Hey guys, this is Robbie here for Watch Rob. Hope everybody had a good weekend here with Labor Day. I'm just being really lazy sitting on the couch and editing YouTube videos right now for everybody. But I want to give a quick shout out to my friends Watches Galore on YouTube, as well as The Time Teller on YouTube.com. So please go check both of them out and subscribe and help grow their channels because they have really awesome content. Thanks and have a good Labor Day. Hey gang, this is Robbie here for Watch Rob. I am shooting a video here, just an overall talk about Tag Heuer as a brand. So in the future I'll do more in-depth videos on Tag Heuer, but the topic I wanted to talk about today is basically what Tag Heuer is to me, not on a personal sentimental level, but just the idea that in my eyes Tag Heuer represents a affordable entry into the Swiss watch luxury game. So let's see what we got here. I have 3 watches that are all supplied by Store 5A. The one on the right here is about $3,500, the Carrera racing watch with the awesome cool chronograph. The finishing of the bracelet links is much like the modern Omega Speedmasters, which is where they really take most of their reference from here, some of the design aspects. On the lower opposite end of their spectrum, this is truly an entry-level Swiss-made luxury watch. This is a Tag Heuer Aqua Racer, and it's only $700. So it just goes to show you can spend under $1,000 and be part of the quote-unquote cool kids club. The one I have on right now, wrist check, automatic Tag Heuer Aqua Racer on the black rubber strap, very comfortable, great watch for summertime. I'm going to take it off so you guys can see it in the middle here. And this one comes in at about $1,300 if I remember correctly. So with this bad boy, you're looking right in the middle of the spectrum. So pretty nice watch, good heft to it. See the case back here. A lot of Tag's case backs are pretty normal along the lines of what you're going to see with most watches. You have the cutaways in here for the watchmaker's caseback opening tool, just the easiest way to get to it. On the Carrera here you have an amazing display back, which is just gorgeous and goes to prove why it's one of the higher end pieces in their segment. So you can see the movement inside, you can see the clasp here, push pin, deploy. Let's get this big boy on the wrist. So right here, snapping it closed. There we are. And let's talk again about why this is entry-level Swiss-made watch. So yes, it is big, it does its job, and it's fairly handsome, but for my money, if I have $3,500 on a chronograph, I'm going to get an Omega Speedmaster. And I'll tell you why for a couple reasons here in a second. Let me screw this crown down. Okay, there we are. So here's the reason, and the first giveaway is this clasp. Now, it's supposed to kind of look like part of the link, kind of a hidden clasp idea, and it has the dual pushers, just like on an Omega, a lot of Omega's watches. But let's look at the quality of the actual clasp. Now, if I'm wearing a almost $4,000 watch, I don't want a clasp that's made out of pieces that are this thin and skinny and just don't seem very secure. The other thing you'll notice in my other videos is when I show the clasp from someone like Rolex, it has a very loud audible snap that you know it's secure in place. So if you heard that, it's barely anything at all. It's very quiet. It didn't give me much confidence really when I'm playing with that. Another thing that you'll notice from the lowest model to the higher ones too is all of these divers with this rotating bezel, it has a click spring underneath the bezel, and that's the noise that you're hearing, is the click from the click spring. That's what makes a unidirectional bezel, right? So this has actually surprisingly not much wobble to it, but moving forward it's a little bit loose. It almost moves too fast, and you can kind of hear it. It doesn't sound very expensive, doesn't sound very high construction like you would get on a Rolex Mariner or Omega Seamaster. And to make my case even more so, let's look at the $700 tag, right? So listen to the bezel click here. Wow, so just listening to that, if I had my eyes closed and didn't know that this was a Tag Heuer, I would think this was one of the super cheaply made Chinese knockoff watches or homage watches that you can get for $20 on eBay. It's almost the exact same spring system, and it doesn't give any confidence at all to someone who wants to use this as a true tool watch. But I don't want to be completely negative, because Tag Heuer as a brand represents an amazing value and gets you into the club. So with this watch, you know, with these tags, you can spend $700. You can get a reliable quartz movement. Now most watch nerds, they don't really like quartz because there's not much romance behind it compared to an automatic movement with 220 moving pieces. So let's see the clasp here. This is what we're looking at. Another thinly assembled piece and just stamped out metal clasp. So I'm going to get it on the wrist. You can see, you know, some play in the links here. It's just not constructed to the same quality and standard as other pieces. But hey, who's to say this is not a handsome watch? I think it does look very good on the wrist, especially if you have skinnier wrists like me, or if you want to buy one for your girlfriend and you're worried about spending $5,000 or something silly like that. So this is a nice piece for what it is. Just overall, the brand Tag Heuer, I hate to limit a brand based on a couple watches, because by all means they have a huge lineup. All kinds, different qualities as you move up the pricing spectrum. But on the whole, it is what it is, and Tag Heuer really is an entry-level Swiss brand that has moments of greatness like this Carrera here. This is on par with a lot of other watches like the Speedmaster. I'm not gonna go as boldly as to say it's as nice as a Daytona, because it's not, but it's very nice. This one here, this is a great mid-price example that I'm talking about. So I won't drag on this video any longer. I just want you guys to know this on the whole is kind of my taste with Tag Heuer and what it is as a brand. You know, don't shy away from it. It is a very good brand. It's just not top tier. The good news is you're going to get what you pay for. You can come into the store here, buy this, or buy it online from them, and you are going to be getting a very nice watch for the price. It's going to stand right alongside some used Omega watches from the same price range, and you know, this does ooze quality as you climb that price spectrum higher and higher. So it is a great watch. If you're new to watches, there's in my mind almost no better brand in the Swiss category to start off your collection with, to start getting into watches. This puts a Swiss automatic watch in your hands for a very agreeable price, and it's something that you can wear and love for years to come. So please don't hesitate to check out store5a.com or stop in person, and please go check out my Instagram at watchrob. Rob, all one word, all lowercase, for some fantastic watch content. Drop a video or a comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. It's a hobby, everybody has different opinions, and I'd love to hear yours. Thank you and have a good day.